Hey everyone, welcome back to Schedule 1. Today's goal, well, other than selling stuff and just earning, we're gonna try and push for the barn today. I technically have enough money between dealers, me, and whatnot, but again, we've reached our limit and it's only a Monday in game. So we have 7 days. 7 in-game days to basically just earn more money. Earn more money and wait. Yep, because as long as you're paying over 300, there we go. First deal for that. Still got stuff there, that's still going. Probably gonna have to make some more of this to keep selling. How long has this got? So 13 hours, so 13 minutes remaining. Crimson Canneries this way. So you got you that wants one. Someone over here wanted one. This is where they're meant to be, isn't it? Yeah, it's meant to be Jennifer here, and she's not here, and that's because she's there. Why are you running late? Chloe wants some. Yep. Let's just hope we can get to Chloe now. Come on, Jennifer, move. Ooh. Oh. That's odd. Okay, door open for the NPC, but slammed in my face. Good to know. Motel, construction site. Yeah, I think we can get both of these two. So Benji's still out doing his dealing. Now, I'm actually just trying to think what would be the best way to run the barn itself. Do I just plug everyone into it? So, like, pull out all my botanists, my chemists, everything, and just throw them all into one area? Or not? We do have all this meth to use. And I don't have anything ready at all. It's like I don't even have my little pad of paper ready to say what's what. I am so not prepared for today. There we go. So if I want to make what I've been making, I need paracetamol, cook, gasoline, mega beans, and batteries. And that's to be of the meth. Just wondering if it was possible to put a mixing station in here. But then, of course, it's actually a distance away from where I want to be. Okay, first things first. We're gonna need some stock. So let's take 2 lots. Jerry wants some, does he? Again, it's over 300, so I'm fine. And it's actually in the way I want to go. Hey, Jerry! Right. Oh. I don't think he's come down from the effects of his stuff yet. Right, so we'll do this in small batches. So it's going to be me running backwards and forwards there. But just kind of need to make the money now. Yeah, I do kind of wish there was like a bus that comes around. Sort of thing, like you can get on a bus, you can take it around and just sort of see where the NPCs goes. I believe there is someone that's actually made like a whole checklist of things to say where particular people end up, which is kind of cool. Right, so we've done the para, so now we need Cook. Now, I know a lot of people don't actually show the grinding process normally in games like this, because what I normally see is just videos of stuff. I don't tend to see the full streams, and that's fine, yeah, that's still good. But in my honest opinion, I do prefer seeing the grind for it, the actual working for it. Because otherwise it just doesn't feel like you've done much. I mean, I could literally turn this off after this stream, load up a cheat system or a save editor or something, and just go, right, yeah, that's me done. I don't have to worry about anything else, because I've done it. But it wouldn't feel good. I would just honestly prefer leaving the save as it is, and then as I play, let everyone see where I've got to, or what I've done. I think I've only ever done one time where I've done mostly a lot of stuff off stream, and that was the Kingdom Hearts games. But then, to be fair, all that really was me in that one area just grinding out experience. And I showed that to people. Or if it was different things, I showed what I was doing for those particular bits. Okay, here goes the next one then. Right, so that's Cook going. Now I need more power. More paracetamol. Oh god. Just hide in the trees. Right, go. Kim Delaney, you need one, do you? Well, you can have one in the morning. Because that's when I'll have all my stuff. Now, can they see me in here? No. So it looks like I can hide in the gas mark as they go past. Problem is, they're going to go the way I need to go. And that's the pain. that should have been ample time for me to get to the corner, just as they go around. Yes. It's like just the watching and waiting is like, yep, yep, go, sort of thing. Right. Trying to make a good 2 stacks of what I need. So next up is gasoline. And we'll take cook as well, I think. So we'll do 2 in 1 here. Actually, I think I can do Mega Beam as well. There we go. So I've got the next 3 ingredients ready. How long we got? Never mind. That. Right. We'll probably run it back to the lab, the meth lab I've set up. It's when I'm bagging it, just for the convenience of it there. Especially as I've got a load of bags over there and none over here. You're the gardener, but again, once I get the barn, this is going to become sort of obsolete. The only downside is obviously that handlers can't unload at the barn at the moment. So on to the cook. This truck always gets stuck on my van. Oh, hello. I can actually pull the van further back than I thought. That is not what I wanted. Anyway, as we have no delivery van here, I'm going to park my van. Okay, laundromat's just done 2k, so we can get another 2k in there. Well, we can either run there in a minute or do it when after I've slept. Probably do it after I've slept. Right, so that's the Mega Beam. So last ingredient is batteries. Which are here. Okay. I will say, once we get the barn, it's going to be a lot easier because everything's on one level. It's not rooms like this. There is a second floor, but like a little tiny balcony area. But it's not much. You can probably set up a decent mixing section there. But other than that, it really won't get you far. It's going to be 4 AM soon, so you know what, might as well. XP wise, not bad. Let's grab our stuff. I've got 4 minutes before those deals expire, so I've got time to go and back there. How are the dealers doing? So Benji's on 4k, Molly's on 5. Adding them both up, they're definitely over 10k on their own. So I've definitely got enough for the farm. It's just going to be the sort of waiting for it all to catch up. Only 10 bags on that. I need more than 10. So let's put in some of these. Let's get to back because I need to get these selling. Gotta sell my nice little golden nuggets. So I'm also tempted to try mods on this game because there are some really decent looking mods. I think one of them adds a mana to it. Now, the mana is actually in the game. And there is actually a for sale sign underneath it. Well, not underneath the mana, it's like underneath the driving area. The courtyard. But, again, it's there. And it's kind of unique. But you can't buy it yet. Which is a shame. Right. You wanted one. And then you wanted one. And again, as long as they're paying over 300, I am happy. Hello there, Farsight, welcome. We are chilling and grinding away today. Because there really isn't much else to do just yet. No. Either paid my 300 or nothing. Wharf near French restaurant. Central Canal near car wash. Wharf near French restaurant, that way. As I'm closer to the canal, we'll go this way. Greetings from place with terrible internet where the watch streams are blurry and on delay thanks to buffering. I am very sorry to hear that. Well, we're here early. Let's accept some more deals. Yep. Outside room number 2 of Brown apartment block. They really got us going all over. Ah, there she is. Right, you take that. Thank you. Really should have the golden nuggets separated on my hotbar in case I do get stopped for a search. do wish the checkpoints were easier to understand as well. It's like what triggers them, when do they trigger, stuff like that. Because to me it just seems very random. It's like 1 minute there is no checkpoint, next thing you know there is. And it doesn't really make sense to have it on time, or on set times, because of course an hour in the game is only a minute. Checkpoints don't last a minute as far as I've seen. Okay. So there really is nothing else to actually do. Of course, we have got other properties that we can purchase if needed or wanted. There are other vehicles to buy, and I probably do want to buy one of these, but that's 40,000. That's 25, that's the same as barn. That one's only 5, but meh. The van will have to do for now. Ooh, there's another deal. Or accept them like straight away, because I need to really just sell. And there's no point waiting while I've got like 2 stacks of it on me. I'm just going to move that over. Also, I would love to see some more of these buildings come to life. Like, labelled supermarket, give us like a bigger place to buy stuff from, more ingredients. That's what I would love to see. Like, you've got the gas mart, sure, but maybe have a supermarket where like it has regular discounts on stuff at times. That's not the way I want to go. Or, like the construction site there, be able to actually like hire them. Like, here you go, there's a checkpoint here now. I wasn't gone that long from them. Or, buy the chemical company. Make the business look somewhat legit. I've gone the wrong way actually to where I wanted to be. I'm so busy ranting about stuff, I'm not actually paying attention to where I got to go. Right, so just curious, I want to have a look at Trello to this game and see what stuff they have planned. No, we don't, like so. Can't really sleep yet. Got a couple of minutes before it says. We are probably just going to sleep as soon as we're able. So I'm not sure if his head is meant to stay like that, but he's definitely looking freaky now. Right, behind the diner. The diner is this way. I'm also getting to the point where I'm starting to memorize where stuff is now, which makes it a lot easier. So is the employee you introduced to Machete really dead? Yes. Yes, dead. So, it seems that they died straight away, and the moment they died, their bed basically became empty again. So, employee just went poof. So yeah, I don't have a handler or a I don't have a handler or a what's the word? Cleaner anymore at the bungalow, but we can remedy that once we get the barn. There you go. We'll sell you some of those while we wait for Randy. And we will accept Jerry's offer, because then we can sort of head back. Just green, Cyclopean, and Misty. It's like just done. Come on, where is Randy? There it is. There. You have that. You're not part of my area just yet. There is still a checkpoint there. Again, I just don't understand what triggers them or why they trigger. But yes, the employees that got introduced to my machete are gone, are dead, and I'll have to fix that when I get the bar, basically. Which should be fine. Beds, bed, 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 bed. Continue. At least with me selling the meth that I've been making, I'm getting the experience quicker. So we'll slowly get stuff that we can get unlocked that we can use more of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna have to make some more meth in a bit, but like this is the perks of having the meth lab stuck, but at the same time not having it in one place, because I have to keep going backwards and forwards to get the stuff I need. The worst part about the barn is obviously the small distance between barn and gas mine. But 2 hours, 2 minutes. I can wait for 2 minutes. We can wait for 2 minutes. We'll just sort of meander around. Sarco Tickler, 50k. See, that would be ideal, but just don't have the 50k. Boring. Drifty threads. So I really wish I could just run back up here, get stuck, just on barriers of nothing. But you do have, oh, not another checkpoint. Oh, and dilapidated RV. Like, some mods actually do allow you to rebuild this and use it, which I think is pretty cool. So a checkpoint round here. Okay, so there's a checkpoint round here. So I'm just curious now, because obviously this is meant to be the suburbs area. So maybe it's done on area? Or something? checkpoints. Maybe the checkpoints are done on area, on certain things, times, days, I don't know. Just going past the one place I've actually wanted to go. Start laundering. Another 2k. Slow, painful wait. Can't even do a casino because that's like a late night thing. So what's going to be more beneficial? Do I casino it and try and gamble the money to get, or do I just sort of wait the days out? Nothing on there, nothing on there. Pursuit on there. Need to order more Pseudo as well. Try and raise Shirley's friendship with me so I can just get her to meet me in person. And then I can buy as much as I want when I want. I actually think... No, wrong button. I need messages. Get rid of all of these. Shirley. She's not that far off. And we can actually buy the better Pseudo now. So the middle quality stuff. If I keep raising my level to get Batman 5, I'll get the last one. And there should actually be one more supplier to obviously take us from meth to cocaine. So there's a dealer in the downtown section along with 2 more people. The docks has it. So I need to get Enforcer 1 to unlock the docks, Block Boss to unlock the suburbs, and then Baron to unlock Uptown. And apparently their standards are high. So I think that'd be where I start having to sling some sort of heavenly quality stuff as samples. Not that I like that idea, but yeah, I think that's all it is as well. Like the tier quality is just for samples, and I think like if you have someone that's got a high standard, some low stuff, then yeah, sure, they're gonna not want it, but no, I just can't run past Kyle without seeing if they're taking anything. No, you recently completed a deal. Okay. Again with the checkpoints. I know it's not hard to sneak past the checkpoints, but I kind of wish that they could just disappear and not come back. Okay, stuff for Doris. Maybe they are willing to pay more for quality stuff, or it gives them better satisfaction. So, I can safely say they don't pay more for it. I have tested that. If they do, I'm just not seeing it. But potentially, yes, it might raise their satisfaction higher. So yeah, it possibly does raise their satisfaction higher having such a good quality product. But that one I haven't really tested. 9 times out of 10, I have literally had, like, if I need to raise someone's satisfaction up to a high level, I usually have them on or listed with the dealers. So then I know that the dealer's going to sell to them. And then their satisfaction would go up with them. Don't get in the way. Stupid cop. Ah, you're there. I need to... Oh, can I do it through the... Yes, I can do it through the fence. There we go. Get him through the fence. Behind Taco Tickler and Crimson Cat. I know their deal's going to expire. I've got like an hour left to do it. Took on so many deals at once that I'm not focused anymore. Cheers, my friend Brad Crosby is a dealer and might be able to help you move stuff. Thank you. You're holding me up, but thank you. So that's unlocked Brad then. And Brad's in the 10. So that's another set of products I'm going to have to try and figure out. But I should be able to just give him some of these customers and be like, yep, done. There, take that. Stop running around like an idiot. Next to the parking garage. Randy. Should be here in a minute. In a few hundred minutes. Also, I don't mind people running up to me to buy stuff, but I think there needs to be some way to sort of make it less... Can't think of the word. Just less of something. It's like the way they run up to you, they literally get to you and then hamper you straight away. And I feel like that's a thing. That's something that should be hopefully mitigated a bit. Just gonna move because I see 2 cops coming down the road. I'd rather not get searched. That works. Where is Randy? Jerry we're accept as well. Behind the pawn shop. And we can go sleep again, so... Right, there's Randy. So I really think they shouldn't... Like, a deal shouldn't come through either. Unless... they're there, waiting. So they should have, like, a set time where they just go to their deal spot. And then maybe, like, some random... Like a piece of code that basically has them tick through things. And every once in a while, like, they have a random tick to say, yep, we want to order something. And then they order. And if you accept, then they don't leave that spot. Okay, we're on Thursday. We are slowly working our way through the week here. 3 minutes left on that. Starting to think maybe buying the businesses would have been a better first step. Because then I could have just gone, right, we need to sort of like go launder this, launder this. They're both on 8k as well. It's like, that's at least 16k they're carrying between them. And I won't be able to just throw that straight in our ATM either. Let's between our dealing here, let's sort of grab some more meth and make another batch of this stuff and sell. What we'll do is we'll slowly sort of trickle out of this stuff here, because then it'd be one less thing for me to have to, well, one less thing for me to have to try and move later. The van's going to be a big help when moving stuff, that's for sure. What do we want? So we want power cook, power gas. Also, I would like to see this get finished somehow, and maybe like it's finished and you buy it. But I mean, compared to some of the places you get, it would be a little bit less fulfilling because of how big it is. Right, so we want para, cook, para, gas. I'm going to do this while I'm doing some deals. Crimson Cannery. That's fine. I can actually head that way in a sec. Actually, I can head that way now. Because I did see the laundering that had done the other 2k I left there. I will say this is probably the only one downside when you play solo in this, is that you have to do everything yourself. There's no real help to it. It's like I'm having to run all the way to the laundromat to launder, I'm having to go to every single deal and such. Yeah, the employees do take a little bit of weight off your hands. Like, you can have them really set up to make stuff for you. Same with the dealers, you can have them selling for you. But you still have to be the one taking this product to the dealers. You still have to be the one taking the money from the dealers. You have to be the one to put it into the ATMs or launder it. So, while there is some use to them, it's also very limited. It's like I can't say to them to say, oh yeah, I want you to automatically take this to a dealer for them to take, or have a dealer pick it up at your place. Same with, you can't have the dealer just leave the money with you. I have learned you can have a handler pay people. So you can have it set up to sort of be like, yeah, we'll take from one shelf to a bed. But that is one route. So is it worth having a handler, just one handler, with 5 routes going from money to bed, when you really can't put that much money on a shelf. It does keep the automation going for it, but it's still limited. And annoying, because you're wasting just one handle to do that. Okay, I need to go grab some more coop, beans, and batteries. So no one else has messaged yet for anything, which is annoying in itself. Cook, beans, and battery. Talk of the devil, there's someone that wants something. Okay, French restaurant. Bit far off at the moment. We will get it, but I just need to get this going first and then set these up for the next few bits, and then we can get him as well. There we go. So I'm curious about getting the golden skateboard. That's meant to let you go really fast. You know what? Let's do it. Look, buy a skateboard. Golden one. Deal. Sweet. It's not like we didn't have the money for it. We had plenty of money. Where are you going to be? Auto shop. Yeah, I can do that as well. I mean, it does feel a bit faster. Okay, it feels a lot faster, we'll admit. Because I learned I can do this for the fence, this makes this easier. See, this is the one upside to sort of starting to memorize where things are, is that you can sort of get the route going and sort of just get it done fast. Got caught on the curve there. Feels like it does better on gravel actually, the golden skateboard. Right, let me come back to here. Where can I... No, not that one. Shove that one on the shelf. We'll keep the gold one. Barbershop, cool. Right, let's just take a note. Okay, Randy as well. So the moment I start to say something. Right, so I'm just sort of making a note in my head now, like what needs to go when we do get the barn. We're looking at 3 stacks here, that's pots, lights, and suspension racks. 2 large shelves, fertilizer and soil, seeds. We're looking at a lot of glass jars, some product. Really, we're looking at quite a bit of stuff to move. So it's probably going to take me a few trips. But then this ain't even all of it, because I'm going to have to go move the meth lab as well. Right, where do I go first? Wharf or barbershop? Barbershop is actually closer. So we get them first. What are you going to ask? Statue in West Park. While that is closer, I'm not going in that direction. That's for you. So we'll try and get these ones done and then we'll sleep. We are going through our last stack now, so we're about a quarter way through it. Slow, painful sort of wait that I don't like. Sure thing, but you can have it in the morning because I am not running around now. We're gonna sleep so I can bypass the day. Okay, well, so we did get Bagman 2 at least. Beth Pen, never mind. I'm sorry, your deal did not come through before I went to sleep. Shut up. Ah, no wonder she wants more. She's running out. Go. Okay, so I now need my mixes done. Nope. This one, that one, this one, that one. So let's get another stack of this going. And I may have to bring 5 stacks of this stuff of meth over, just to get 5 stacks made. Also, it comes to that when I've got more money on me than I have in my bank. Oh, hello. You just stood there like an idiot. Take that, go away. You creepy, creepy person. Right, there we go, we got some more. Let's go bag this up. So Benji's out dealing still, laundromat's done. Everything's at once. Bags. Bags. Hello there, Dead of the End. Welcome. turn around to say hello, and I end up dropping everything. So we'll try and get 4 batches on the go while I'm still selling. Central Canal, that's fine. I can do a Central Canal run. In fact, it actually gives me time to set this up, go to the laundromat, do the deal, come back. So I want 80 on this one. Oh, Doris wants some as well. Blimey, she's paying 400 for us. Okay, and actually that works out pretty well because she's behind the pawn shop, so I can actually get to her first. Okay, got a minute for that. No checkpoint for a change, so we can just go straight up. Right. Behind the pawn shop. They're not even here yet. There she is. I was about to run off. Come on. In your spot. Right there. Right. There we go. Just a big constant loop of doing everything over and over and over again. So my definition of insanity. What makes it worse is like it hasn't even made a dent in my money to be laundered. So should I? So I really am starting to think I've made the mistake of wanting the barn so much, but not investing in the other properties. Because like Benji alone's on 11k, Molly's on 11k. I'm about, give or take, I'm about 40k in cash on. How much was the other properties? I know Taco Tickler's 50, and while I do have that much, almost, I don't have it in the bank. Okay, so 25k for the barn, 10k and 20k for the post office and the car wash. The worst thing is I could just literally abandon the barn and go straight for the car wash. But then even if I did, I've still got the money for one or the other. I hate it when I feel like I've made a mistake with what I want. Also, the board doesn't look golden, it looks just yellow to me. Okay, where are you gonna be? Crimson Cannery as well. Okay, now I'm just going back to the forwards here. Might as well go buy Brad as well, hire him as well. Because not what you asked for. What? I'm after one stink. She's after. Ah! I only stopped because I didn't see the money thing go up. Did I not give it to her? I'm pretty sure I clicked it right and gave it to her. Ay, ay, ay. It's fine. We can sleep in a minute or two. To jump on the roof. I don't care what I look like to everyone else. There we go. I'm on a roof. I am happy. Right, let's just realised I left the mixers going. Right, back to actually what we were trying to do. Oh, for the love of. What do you want, Randy? Behind the diner, that's fine. No idea whatever happened was lost in buffering purgatory for me. Sorry about that. I may have just failed to actually click the right button at the site when I did it. I might have just moved the thing but not moved it, if that made sense. Start these up real quick. Might get another batch going. Right. Behind the diner. I've noticed both Jerry and Randy both seem to order at the same time. Randy always orders first, then Jerry straight after. Oh, come on. Seriously. They order something, and then they're not here. It's like you're still walking down the street. Just have the option to yeet the bag at him and be like, yep, done. Take it. Okay, so that went through fine. They just got... Trent! Oh, you're not Trent. Who are you? Fiona. Okay. I don't care about Fiona. Thought it was Trent getting run over. Obviously not Trent. Now, where does this one be? Construction site. Construction site. That's over here. No, you're in the construction site, not behind it. So, you're there. I see you. There we go. And then I want more power for the next mix of batch. Next batch of mixing. Get my words right as well in a minute. And let's go sleep again. We're almost through the week. We're almost there. If you want some, you can have it in the morning. Oi, 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 now they're all coming in again. Morning. I accepted Mrs. Ming so quickly I didn't actually see how much it was worth. Power up, ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, dong, dong. Do, do, be do. Okay. So let's go this way first for the North Waterfront. I have to make time to grab some gasoline as I go round. Okay, yeah, hers was over for Gatwood. And Mrs. Ming, what was I charging you again? Yours is fine, yours is over 300. So everyone should be paying over 300 for this. That's all I'm accepting. Okay. So I want gasoline on this purchase. I haven't even tried to experiment with anything else yet. I'm just like, yeah, I need to do this, this, and this, because I just need to get a good setup. More cook. More cook. Like, I do wish you, again, I probably said this last time I played this, but I do wish you could also have the shelves sorted by particular things, like a filter on them. Just so then, if you do have a handler that unloads stuff, they'll unload it to the right shelves. It's like, don't even make it a route, just have them able to do it. Right. I was about to say no one else has messaged for stuff yet, but in comes the message. Laundromat's just done. You're not having it for any less than 300. Diner. Right, I can do that when I do laundromat. Because I've got some time before it's there. We need bean on this one. And you know what, I'm just going to order the batteries straight away so I can just run back over. Hell, I could probably stop selling after this. Right, let's go and do this sale. And laundromat once more. There's yours. Doris wants some. Sure thing. next to the statue in West Park. They're all over the place as well now. But she's not even here! It's the one thing that does get on my nerves. Right, batteries, that's what I did. Okay. I'm sorely tempted to make this process automated in the barn, so that I just constantly pumping out this one product. But I know to do that I'm gonna need 2-3 chemists at least. Because like if I want to make it with meth, like I have been doing, I'm going to need at least 1 chemist for the meth itself. And then 2 chemists to run the mixers. Of course she wasn't there yet, after all you are the ones with Speedy Gonzalez. Again, it's not my fault. If they're requesting stuff, they should be at the spots before they request. That's how I look at it. It should be a little sort of piece in the code, like a roulette wheel that goes round, and it's like, okay, are they going to order today or not? No, fine, be on your way. Yes, order. Stay there until the order's complete, sort of thing. That's how I see it. It shouldn't be that they're still walking to their point. Again, that wasn't there a second ago. That wasn't there. That's stupid. I've only got a couple more days left in game. And then I can start, and then I can transfer the money to the ATM, go buy the barn, and then we can start setting the barn up. It won't be a perfect setup, but we'll have something. And in fact, we'll have something so much that it will actually be able to hold all of our stuffs. Right, what we got? Yep, that's 1, that's 2, there's 3, give me 4. Right, to the lab! Because I don't see the point of jarring this stuff up, because everyone's only buying it in once. I think no one's buying this stuff in bulk. Right, so there's Randy again. And I can probably guarantee you Jerry's going to order right after. Or apparently Jerry's going to prove me wrong and no one's going to message me right after. I am, on the other hand, going to have a nice supply of this stuff to sell. Which is probably the best thing. See, there's Jerry. Told ya. Straight after Jerry comes in. Okay, so we now got a nice supply of stuff. I'll leave them here, just so I don't lose it all. Construction site behind Thrifty Shreds. Well, Thrifty's up here, so that's not a bad one to do first. That one. Get to the construction site and then sleep again. Again with the roadblock. So, also going back on the subject of mods for this game, I want to mod it and see what the mods are like. But because it's going to be like a monthly updates, I'm not sure how worth that is. Because like, updates break mods, we know this. So I don't want to mod it and then have to keep fixing it every month or so. So close to Bagman 3 there. Right. We're on Sunday. We are almost there. Not only that, I'm balancing out between laundering 2k and making 2k in a day here. It's like dealer-wise, Benji's on 14, almost 15. Same as Molly. She's on almost 15 as well. Between them, they've got 30k. That is good. Neither of them are moving at the moment. So, tell you what we can do is who is left on the map. We've got Jeff over there, and we've got Greg over there. Let's see if we can get those two as customers with our really bad stuff and go and hire Brad, because we've got the money to try it. Come on, give me the lucky percentage. Look at that, 8% and I still got it. Right, we're looking for Greg. Greg is apparently somewhere around here. So that's Brad's 10. It's Greg in this building. No, you're... I kind of looked at his face, looked at the mustache and thought that was his mouth. Okay, you want one, but you're not paying under 300 for it. Where you are. Crimson Canada. Wait, you were just in the shop over there. How are you going to be... Wait, what? I'm now confused. I'm very confused. You would literally just had stuff off me as well. Oh dear. Right. We're still looking for Greg. Is he in the supermarket perhaps? No, you're a Kevin. No. No. Map. I honestly don't know. What about warehouse? Hey, there it is. 58%. Yay, right, that's all our customers for the areas we've got. Deal, afternoon, French restaurant, that's fine. Let's have a chat with Brad here. You want to work with me? 2k, 20% cut every time. Yeah, sure, whatever. Done. Okay, we'll have to give him some customers now. And some product. But, I mean, that's not so bad. Right. Can't remember if the laundromat thing flashed up or not, so we're just gonna... Yeah, we did. Hello, how's your friendly neighborhood portable drug hub? It is fine, we are doing good. Wait, what am I... What is going on? What the hell? Apparently I can't walk this way. I am literally... But I can walk this way. Something's... I am not sure what's going on. Something seems to be blocking that area. Might as well wait here because I just saw him coming. Come on! And then French restaurant again. Doris wants something, that's fine. I can view what she wants in a second. It'd be a one of these again, but... Really wish they would start buying more than one at a time. Because it gets really annoying. I'm actually just going to quickly bring up the optimal sheet I have. And I just see Trent come running up to me as I'm doing this. Make an offer. Ooh. Follow me. Okay. This is where the follow me comes in handy. Around here. Right. Trent. One of those. No way. Feeling like I should just hit him with a machete. Like every time he comes running up to me, he buys it off me for that. Every time he phones, he buys it for that. And just now he doesn't want it, I think. And apparently everyone's wants a deal now. Right, let's see how far. Crimson Cannery's this way. This isn't the... Right, I know I clicked done that time. Shut up. Come on, Em. Let's go. Nope. You still living? Right. It's machete time for everyone. Someone doesn't want to deal. That's it. Machete. Now, luckily, it doesn't actually kill NPCs. Lucy will be back up on her feet. Probably surprisingly quickly. But just the fact that she wants the stuff, requested it, I've agreed, she said the location, and then just stops. And I'm damn sure I clicked done that time. So don't mind the madman running around with a machete. This is what I look like when I'm doing it. Charge! Right. Dealers. 16k and 16k. And I don't know why Brad suddenly goes in between Benji and Molly. It's probably in alphabetical order, but it really does throw me off when I'm looking at it. Right, we can sleep in a minute. Which would be good, because then we can get to Monday and we can get our money. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so apparently now I can walk up to here and it's not blocked. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but there is something here, like blocking it. I've had to actually climb over something. Like, it's... I really don't get what's going on. It's like I am literally hovering on something. Okay, 15 seconds behind for shreds. See, this is, again, they should be here before the time is even done. Not still waiting. Okay, there we go. Someone else messages. Oh, and of course it's Jerry! I can start to guarantee that when Randy messages, Jerry's gonna follow. Let's go sleep before any more deals try and come through. Or before Trent or Keith runs at my door like madmen. Right, sleep. Bagman 3. Again, that Mrs. Ming message, that did not come through before I slept. Don't care what anyone says. Let's see. Right, deposit 10k, done. That's our limit reach, but also that is now our queue. To go and buy the bar. I think it's the first time I'm actually using the van, but I think but getting stuff from the hardware store. And of course people still want stuff while I'm trying to do other things. Let's just quickly no to you, because you're not even asking for the right amount. And then quickly turn that off as sale. Press one button there. Turn that off as sale. Right. I want the bar. Purchase a property. Bar. Done it! The one goal I've been trying to do for a little while, and we're done. So let's go have a look at our bar. It's only down the street a little bit from there. So you get 2 loading bays. There is a skip outside for rubbish. It is actually big enough to drive a vehicle in. And then you've got 2 side areas, the centre. So big and spacious. And then still got a little bit of extra room up here for more stuff. So I reckon we can turn this into a decent place. What are we thinking? Thinking. It's not my strong suit, thinking. Thinking we go and dismantle the lab first. The beds can be upstairs? They could be. They could be anywhere I try and choose. But yeah, beds upstairs might be the best option. Now, I'm actually going to bypass the lab for a second because I've just remembered something. I've got extra shelves here. So what I can do is we can grab the shelves, dry and rack as well, I guess. And of course it's still filled with stuff, but that's fine. We're just going to try and load up some bits and bobs. I can take that. That's full. That's not full. Okay. That's all we're going to be able to take for the moment. Yeah. Okay. It's going to be a few dozen trips back and forth to do this. Actually, I am curious about one tiny little thing. I'm looking for Lucy on here now. There she is. Lucy's there. She's unfriendly. I'm not surprised considering I put a machete to her, but you know. The character was being a pain. And I just did what I wanted to do. Jesus Christ, people do not look when they think. Also, I am curious. There are loading bays at the hardware store. Even at the gas mart. So it's like, how do I make use of those? Why does that not open when I just pull up? Why do I have to keep getting out of the van to do that? Right, let's have a look. Let's do... So this is the bit I like about this as well, because you can actually fit these in between the pillars really nicely. So let's do that. Let's take some small ones. We're just going to turn... We're going to turn this little area into literally storage, holding everything. That should do. And again, I just now need to get everything out of the van and onto the shelf. Beds, we might as well put those down while we're here. So what are we looking at? Do it like that. And still walk down between the beds then. Definitely get enough beds out. Molly's our product. Why am I not surprised? Benji's got 3 left. And they're basically going to give me like 18k at the end of this. Okay, so drying rack can go on there, just to get out of the way. Jars. And there's Benji now saying he's our product. Okay, van is now empty. That's my stuff on that. I'm actually going to leave my stuff here as well, so I have an empty inventory for this. That would have been better if I could have flipped the whole van around 180. I'm disappointed in myself there. I don't know why I've come back to this one first. I was going to do the lab first. But this just seemed to make more sense to do the furthest away first. I can sort of get my own logic behind it, but... so many jars as well, it's unbelievable. Okay, so that is... That's the van loaded up at least. Main room empty. Oh, my light. Grab my light. Kitchen empty. So I just got to empty out here. But this is going to be the pain to do. If I do that for a second. Where's my cross? There it is. Grab that back. And can I put that in there? I can. So I need to grab one more item, which I'll grab the light. So I've got a tiny bit left to get from here, and then we'll also get rid of the employee. I am terrible at that. I will say the one good thing about both Benji and Molly now being done is they're gonna stay in their places. So Benji in his motel room, Molly in her apartment. So I can go get the money off them real quick. And that actually helps because then I can use that money to buy the employees. Or hire them. Okay, here we go again. I'm just going to set these up as if I want them to work. So how am I going to do this? Because that doesn't leave much room to... That doesn't allow me to put it there. So if I do it like that, you can see we've got 6 growers then. Put this, say, about here, so it sort of forms off the square. So that works. Again, I do feel like this area gets dark easy, so could potentially buy a few lights like that and just have them on here just to brighten up the areas like that. Right, again, just unloading everything again. I'm not going to worry about where things truly go until everything's here. Shelves can come back off though because, well, it's shelves. just said I wasn't worried too much about where things go, yet here I am. Sort of worrying where I'm putting shelves. The beds are probably going to be the only thing I do sort of quickly put out now. Right, and then what rooms do I have? There we go. Right. Please curfew in effect till 5 AM. Yeah, let's sleep. Might as well. Be fair, if it takes me a few days to move everything and start setting up, then at least I can transfer some more money back in to the thing. And why do the doors keep closing? Wish they would just stay open and only close if you close, not close on their own. Okay, so tiny bit more to move from the bungalow, and then we can move on to moving the lab. Make sure to get rid of our employees that are in those places, and then I can worry about what I need once I set up areas. So, your services are no longer required. Off your pop. Go on. Again, all of that's in there's gone. All of this in here's gone. Okay, all of that. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Okay, so the bungalow is now cleared out. Let's go see what we can move from the lab. There really isn't an easy way to drive the van down here, not without knocking everything, so... I guess we just start with the biggest pieces and stuff that can stack easy. This one, and then that one. Right. I reckon I can move the whole of this one in maybe one trip. Your services are no longer required. Yep, off you pop. Go on. Right. Kind of forgot how much I had here, actually. Starting to think maybe I can't do this in one trip. Well, I don't know. That did actually empty out quite a bit of space. Item contained. Yep, contains money. Yep, that's everything. We are moving. I actually do feel pretty pleased now that I've got out of the bungalow and the sweatshop and just have it all in one place. There we go. Right. quickly dump these on shelves. Trying to remember which shelves are actually empty though is now the tricky part. There we go. Right, everything's there. Everything's here, everything's out. Where am I going to park this? I think I'm just going to park it there. Because then I'm not blocking either loading bay, and I'm not blocking where the employees stand, because they for some reason stand around here. But now, well, now it's time to sort of set things up. So, how do I want to do this? What do I want to do? Okay, so it's clear we want to have our sort of growing area here. And I think I want to have 2 shelves. I think it might be best if I actually had all the shelving units that I can on me. Just so I can see what I've got. That looks like everything. It's not a lot, but it will have to do. Bed again, that can go upstairs. It's just going to be like a mass dormitory type thing up here. It's like, yep. Also, this annoys me that I can't put it there because obviously the pillar. So it's like it does block a bit of space there. Guess I could do that. And then have... It's really annoying me. So I can't even have one. It's like it's not evened out enough to allow you to do stuff. So it's like gonna have to do that. There, they can all climb over each other when they want to get out of bed. Okay, so gonna want some supplies here for the botanist. I'm thinking there would be ideal. Can't access, well, I can still access the light, that's fine. But to be fair, even if I couldn't, I do have my little ones up. So that's going to be supplies for the botanist. I'm thinking if I'm going to be growing something, I want to be growing... Well, I want to be growing a lot, don't I? So I'm thinking maybe 2 shelves here, and then have like 3 pots linked to one, 3 to another. So if I did that, sort of encloses a little area, making this its own thing. But I can select those 3. Any seed, fertilizer, destination, there. Same for these. Fertilizer. Hang on. They're all selected. What's going on? Right, I'm going to do this again. Those 3 pots. Definitely fertilizer. Definitely that shelf. Why can't I? There we go. Deselect. Pressing the wrong buttons as usual. Fertilizer, and then their shelf can go there. There we go. Now, what time is it? If I can get the money off Benji and Molly, I could go and hire some people now. But I really don't want to until I have this set up. Let's see if we can set up the right. Just gonna throw some shelves here for a second, just so I can sort of pull out all of the stuff that's being made. Try and sort out what's everywhere now. Sorting process is not something I enjoy. I could potentially have a small shelf there, and then that would allow me to have 10 of each of these seeds ready. Yeah, that looks okay. Now I can keep the seeds here and just choose what I want to have grown when. This one I hold all the soil and fertilizer for the botanist. Kind of want to have like these 2 sections for a lab. So like then I'd have shelves for it and obviously the lab equipment itself. How big does the where is the equipment? Where did I put it? It's over here. Lab ovens, chemistry. So how big are they? Okay, so they would actually block off a whole section if I did that. So ideally I kind of want them up against the wall or here so I can have them so you can walk between them. That's fine. I realised I've still got more product on here. So put over there. That can come away with me. A lot of jars. That's now the annoying thing. What time is it again? I ain't got time to run to Hank's either. Okay, sleeping time for the umpteenth time. Okay. Don't know how I managed that. Okay, we're gonna go and buy 10 of each storage shelf from Hank's over here. And again, I am curious about these loading days. I'm actually going to test something. It's like I'm wondering if I park a vehicle there, could I buy stuff and have it go into the vehicle? I see no reason why they should have loading days. If but to purchase some. Yes, it says load into vehicle. That makes me very happy. Because I can go 10 of those, 10 of those, 10 of those. I think I needed like... I know I needed like 2 stacks extra there. We'll go for 2 of those. So I can actually fill up all of that. And you know, that's all of it. That makes me very happy. I know that sounds sad, but you have no idea how many times I've driven the van in my other games, and just sort of been like, oh, why do I have to keep running backwards and forwards like this to the van? It's like, I honestly don't care that I've brought extra here. I'm just going to discard it. But I know that's now filled with that. And we've got a lot more stuff to use. Right, storages. Okay, so I need to move. Just genuinely need to move stuff now so that I can actually work and fit things in properly. But my issue is that I brought so much stuff from the other places is that I'm overstocked as it is. Of course, maybe putting it all in one place like over there wasn't my best idea. Okay. Trying to keep all the storage on one shelf as well, so I can be like, yep, that's the shelf I need when I need a shelf. Is the other issue. Oh, why do I do these things? Right. Okay. Packing bench can go in there. Pseudo can go there. That can go there. This can hold those for a second. And finally, we've cleared the corner. Okay. So, botanist section, I feel that's all I really need. Lab section, I don't know, because I kind of want to have like 2 on that wall and then the opposite 2 here. But I want them to be able to access it quickly-ish. So... And I won't be able to have it sort of on the corner, because then, again, it's that pillar that blocks it. So maybe if I have the chemistry sets there, have the ovens there, and still walk through, maybe set up some shelves here just to collect the meth that's going to be made. So if I say that, because then it's just simple, because then we can go from here, make one meth, just deliver it straight over to the opposite oven. Same here. And then from here, that oven can bring to this shelf, and this oven can bring to this shelf. And that just sets up the lab in a way that's easy to use. Now, it's how much is stacked in pseudos? It's 10. And it's like my brain's just shut down. It's like how much stacks for acid and phosphorus. You know what, I'm just gonna, I need the stuff as well. So I am just gonna go and order 40 and 40. Destination can now be the barn. Loading bay 1. Buy. And that'll be here in 3.5 minutes. So we can figure that out in a minute. I'm thinking I just want to wall off this though. So we could have like phosphorus, acid, and some pseudos with an extra shelf. But then that just makes that easier. And mixing stations. Again, I want 7 at least. So I've got 5. Probably bring them to the back here. So what we want? 1, 2. No, hang on. Let me use a trick I learned. If I put the shelves in behind them. Oh. Now what that means is I can put the shelf in behind them and that shelf can hold just the ingredient I need for mixing. Which would be fine because then a handler can be used to take it from the shelf to the mixer. A chemist can work the mixer. And then when the mixer's done there, transport it to the next mixer. And so on and so forth. This will make it so we can automate some stuff. Still going to need another mixer here. And then another mixer here. Ooh, but then I'm also going to need a shelf for the end result. This one's not being used. So potentially have it there. This is going to be very confusing until it's set up. I think I'm going to have to use the medium storage stuff for just some storagey bits. So this area can just be like a storage zone for everything I've got. Which doesn't help when I'm overloaded with everything else. But this will mean I can keep a stock of stuff when needed. And it gives me a use for the medium shelves, so it's not all bad. And then I put bags back for the moment. What else have I got here? It's almost 8 again. Okay, I'm gonna need a packing station. So, you know, maybe a packing station here. Actually, if I put the packing station there, then I've got a bit of room to put the brick press in if I get a brick press. And kind of like the idea of having the shelves here for finished products. So if we're trying to sort this out to be... Oh, my delivery's outside. So meth would go there. What's your stack size? 10. So you can only hold 10. Which would mean if I get rid of this, hang on, if I put acid there, phosphorus there, get rid of that shelf, fan go poof, done. So phosphorus goes there, and where did I, there they are, put the pseudo there. So now I know what I've got for when I'm doing the labs. So let's run through this real quick. We've got growing area here, 6 pots, 2 storage areas for obviously the grown products, supplies for the botanist, storage for the seeds that I buy, and again these won't get access unless I put them on the supply shelf, and of course bin for the cleaner to come in and clean. So that would be its own little self-contained little thing. And again, the finished products would be on these shelves here for me to take. The lab is going to be over here. Chemistry sets, so I've got all the stock I need for it. I load up the chemistry sets that I set them off. Once they're done, into the ovens. Chemistry sets reset. Once these are done, these will be taken and placed on their shelves, respectively. So we can actually double up on what we're getting. Packing I'm going to have here, just for the sake of, if I get like a brick press, I can have that there. But we're going to have an automated setup for 7 items. Could probably make it 8 if I wanted. And then have finished products on this shelf. So if I do it like this, so like sour diesel there, green crack, purple granddaddy, or Grandaddy Purple. Always get that round the wrong way. And then obviously finished product, whether that be by jarring or brick, can be like here. Or actually, I don't know, do I want to take a medium shelf out, or I'm going to leave it as the large ones for the moment. I've got drying racks left to put somewhere. I've got trash bags and skateboards, lights. I think this can hold those. No, hang on. This can hold those for the moment. As well as all of these if possible. There we go, as like a finished product shelf. And we can just throw that in there. So we've got double. It's slowly coming together. It's just trying to make sure everything fits in. Or not fit in, just sort of goes where I can get to it easy. Am I using growing racks is the question. Yeah, we'll put them there. We'll put them there just for the time being. Because then if I do make something, I could then potentially increase the value of it if I need to. And then I think for this bit, I think here we're just going to store the rest of our storage on the storage. Bit of storage inception. It's Thursday. Okay. I feel like that is as good as I'm going to get. So my next thing I need to do is I need 2 more mixers. Or should I go for 3 more mixers? I'm going to go for 3 more mixers. This one can be... That one can go there. So we go mixer, mixer, mixer. Actually... We'll do it that way round. Because then if I have 2 chemists here, 1 on 4 mixers, 1 on another 4 mixers, I can have the finished products put here for me to get easier. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3 chemists, potentially 2 handlers, a botanist and a cleaner. 3 chemists, 2 handlers, botanist, cleaner. Nearly 7 employees. Better buy less than you can add another one later. That's true. That is very true. Okay, we'll buy 2 mixers, but it's still going to mean that I need the 7 employees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 2 beds. I need 2 mixers. And I need to hire 7 people. And we're actually going to use the 4 AM time stop part to do this. I'm also going to have to go and visit Benji and Molly just to grab money off them. And I may have to attack some police officers to prevent them trying to arrest me. Right. Benji, you're first. Money. Thank you. So, what we do is we get our last few bits for setup. We will get our workforce and probably get them set up. And then we'll worry about ingredients later. Actually, what am I saying? I can worry about ingredient. No, I can't because I ain't got no money in the bank. Whoops. What day is it? It's Thursday, so yeah. What I will have to do is I'm gonna have to start laundering again, getting some money back into my account. But of course, I need people to do that for me, or I need people to work for me before I can do much more. I also need Bagman 5, so I can get the brick press. You know what? No, I'm just going to buy the 3, because it's only 6k. It's not like I've literally just gained the money off Benji and Molly for it, so... Right, I want to hire an employee. So, what was I saying? I need 1 botanist for the growing area. Deal. Wonderful. I want 1 cleaner for the growing area. Deal. I want a chemist for the lab section. I want another chemist for 1/2 of the mixers. Another chemist for the other half of the mixers. And then what have we got? We're gonna have 8 mixers, and a handler can take from 5 rooms. So if one handler did 4 lots of mixers, the other one did the other 4 lots of mixers, I could potentially have the handlers take from the meth area or the growing area, or I could just have them do the mixers and have 1 thing left over. I think I'm just going to need 2 handlers. So 1 handler, 2 handler. I think that's going to be the most expensive part, because that was what? Oh, it doesn't say on there. Okay. Let's just say it was like something like 2k per employee, and I've just done 7 employees. So, I mean, it's fine. I've still got 27k left, and if we can get it set up, we'll soon be able to just make it all back real quick. Hell, I've got enough to actually purchase the either the car wash or the post office. Very dark out as well. There we go. There's our wonderful workforce. So let's set this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now again, we don't have to work the fourth one, the eighth one, but it is there if needed. So, first up is the botanist. I didn't buy beds. I just realised that. Okay, this part I can sleep. We can sleep on that bit. We need... I've got 5 beds. I need at least 2 more for employees and 1 more for me. There we go. Luckily I had enough in the old bank account for that. And we are on Thursday anyway. So it's taken me a few in-game days to set this up. But by the end of it, we're going to have an automated area. What should I do? If I do it 1, 2... But no, I can't do that because now I can't put this bed in here. I mean, I could just have it for... I mean, I could just have that for them up there, and then my bed can be down here somewhere. I don't like how I can't put it under there either. Part of me does hate this grid system. There we go, we can just jump over beds. There you go, that works. We can still walk through it. Right. So let's do our final bit for today. Let's get them set up. So you are going to be in charge of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. Supplies are going to come from here, and your bed. Your bed can be that one. Okay, so that's the botanist setup. Cleaner, you're the next easiest one. All you've got to do is clean this area, because surprisingly the chemists are quite tidy with the mixers and lab station. And that's your bed. Next we're going to do chemists. So this one is going to be in charge of 1, 2, 3, 4. And all they have to do is just set up chemistry stations and the ovens. You. So first chemist, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. But what we're also going to do is threshold. Mixing station must contain at least this many products / mixers before mixing. You're going to at least have 10. And then your destination is going to go there. And then the same to you. Yours is going to go there. 10 to there. 10 over here. So each mixing station is going to have a threshold of 10. So while I can do 20 at a time, they can't. And then it's going to go to this shelf. So this is number 1, it's going to go all the way up, over, back down. So you're set for those. You're set for those, but we haven't given you a bed. Chemist can go at the back. And then the last chemist can take 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they come and do these bits. So the first chemist will do one half, the second chemist will do the second half, and we go from there. And again, it all depends on what I have them set up with. Handlers are the next part. Oh, hang on, no. Actually, can these be... So yeah, this bit cannot be selected with any handlers at the moment. Neither with this bit. It's annoying. Adding 4 routes, you're going to go from storage to mixer each time. And that's just going to keep them stocking up these mixers. And then forgot I need to assign you a bed. I'm not going to assign them a workstation because I don't want them going off to do the press or packing or whatever. These guys are purely just for the automating part. So that should do it. Oh, and I've still got to assign that one a bed. Forgot about that. Keep forgetting about that. You, bed. There. Okay. So that's all my employees set up here. That's everything set up as well, ready to be done. I'm tempted to set something off to see if they start working. I'd need ingredients first to be like, yeah, I can put them on here. What was my... How many days have we got left? We got a couple of days left. I could potentially just sort of grind away a few days. But it still means like almost maybe like half an hour extra, and I can't be asked to do that. Either way, this is now set up, or should be set up, for me to just continuously grow or make stuff. It's not ideal for the cocaine stuff once that unlocks, because I don't think I've left enough room for that. I might have done. I don't truly know. But yeah, I think this could work. As long as I keep paying the employees, loading up stuff. Again, once we unlock the brick press, we can put that in here, and then we can really store stuff then by pressing them into bricks instead of having it like this. But we've got a little bit of room for storage. We've got ample room for finished products, like packaged products, finished products, grown products, made products, and yeah. I'm quite happy with it, actually. What's left on here? Grandaddy Purple, Green Crack, more Grandaddy Purple. Yeah, I'm happy with this. That's what I'm going to call it for today, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Again, don't follow what I do as a guide. I end up bumbling my way through most of this and having little eureka moments when something goes right. But, you know, now that I've got all this room for stuff, I've got all the employees here, I can make this sort of funder stuff probably a lot quicker, which means I could give it to all my dealers. I'll still have to set up Brad's customer list, which I can probably do while I'm talking right now. But, you know, it's a bit more ideal, this, because everything's in one place. I don't have to keep running around for different areas. I've got loading bays so I can order materials and resources. And yeah. Now, if only there was a way to actually have the dealers come to me to collect stuff and bring me the money, then it would be a little bit more automated in a sense. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you all next time. Later.